a lot of the documentation that we do is from a couple different sources. It's actually one family though. I would say 85 to 90% of the pieces that I've presented have been from this family that has this land and that's dug, into the ground in Tula, and come up with pieces that are unexplainable. And there's other families and other people I've vetted and tried to work with to understand this, from other points of view. And, we came across different types of objects that they didn't have the same, iconography, or maybe they were out of different types of stone. It didn't look quite the same, or it didn't look quite right in terms of what we thought we knew, or what we believed we understood. And unfortunately, with this type of work, there is no background information. There is no expert that we can call and ask. In reality, the experts that are on this field are experts in other countries and other things that completely convolute the plausibilities of what this even is, because it hasn't been discovered yet officially. So there's no real thought outside the box of what we have here and what this could be. And so that makes it quite challenging. So it's really, really warming and great to see someone that I'd worked with in the past, and someone that I placed some doubt on. You might have seen our video about all the green statues popping up that were found by someone. And I didn't say that they weren't real, but I had questions about it because there was just not enough evidence to give me a comfort to say, yeah, this is genuine. Well, it required a septic tank being installed and a cave-in of a tunnel. When this cave-in occurred, it opened up into what seemed to be like a large stash, as you can see here, of different items. Certain things that are positioned in the room accordingly, like the Sphinx here and this, altar with these rings on it. But everything else seemed to be just kind of thrown into there, or pushed into this room. And this was back in September of 24. And since then, now, being December, they've had time and it's opened up. They found multiple other holes and different areas inside of this dwelling type area. And it's very interesting to see the commonalities with the pieces that we found, at the other site. And obviously some of these are dead on, and the same, everything in terms of depiction with the angels and the deities, the boats and the whistles and pyramids and, handbags and pine cones, and the statues. Everything was very consistent with the pieces that were found at the other caves, as well as a lot of the pieces that were found with the gentleman that I had dealt with. Me and that gentleman have gone back and forth probably more than I would care to admit. And it's been very constructive. He's a good friend of mine, and he's very open-minded and really wants to pursue the passion, it seems like, in most cases. However, there's, a business here involved as well. And I can tell that these guys have to fight for their survival. And some choices are made in often cases to take money, to survive and to live. And I can sympathize with this to most extent. However, after dealing with a lot of research and a lot of back and forth, as I said, there's truth that comes to the surface, and I can't thank these people enough for continuing on and dealing with this doubt and dealing with these things and still fighting for what they knew was true, even in the end. And so I really, this concludes many questions that I had. There may be other collections that I've questioned or doubted some of their pieces, because I didn't have the evidence to conclude that. And still, there's a lot of pieces out there that we still question. I released a video here a couple weeks ago that went into this detail, and still a lot of those pieces are of question. So it's just a matter of unfolding and peeling the onion here to find what's in the middle. And luckily for us, we have definitely concluded things, especially in this finding, like the metallurgy, the rings and the bronze coins, the type of glow, the depiction of different ships and things. The iconography is spot on, the different types of carving methods, and it's really a beautiful thing to see from a different perception, from a completely unbiased source. It's very refreshing because you can immediately start drawing things together that make sense and things maybe that don't. But in this case, it absolutely makes sense. I mean, this is very, very spot on to what we've been seeing. And when it comes down to the metalwork in some of these pieces, it's just absolutely stunning. I mean, these rings here maybe aren't above and beyond from what has been found, but regardless, the detail and the quality, the patina in the metals, the different styles of bronze, and we found pitchforks that have heads that are made of half silver, half well, it's not quite half, it's half silver and then like 40% iron and the rest tin. So kind of interesting to see silver tipped tridents and different sorts of things. We found numerous rings and pieces made with exotic combinations of metals and gemstones. So it definitely covers a lot of ground, and as both sites continue to develop and continue to unfold, I think we'll really get a larger piece of the truth of what we're finding and what this actually is. If those tunnels do connect for a quarter mile underground, and this is really as large as they think it is, we're in for a real treat over the next couple of years of what's going to be discovered and what they found. And with the significance of the pieces that have come out of the river there in Tula, and the definite signs that there was water that came from the ocean and washed over this land, the direction of the way things are and how things are laid, like I showed you in these dwellings, that coupled with the quarried stone and things that we found, positioned above these caves, triple ground floors, and the way things are eroded out and pushed into certain areas. That's, to me, is I'm not an expert here, but if I had to take and make an educated guess, that's what we're seeing the results of what destroyed much of the civilization.